Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you.
Insecurity. Senate opts for community policing. Summons police IG. The Senate has vowed to pursue the introduction and implementation of community policing in the country. Consequently, the Senate has resolved to summon the Inspector General of Police, IGP Mohammed Adamu, to brief and update the lawmakers on the progress made so far. This came as the House of Representatives lamented the security situation in Nigeria. Speaking on behalf of his colleague, the House of spokesman Benjamin said the situation of security in the country is alarming. We will look at what pains you and pains us. That is insecurity in the land. It is alarming, the lawmaker says. The Senate and House of Representatives spoke on a day in the early hours of yesterday, adopted a 17-year-old secondary school student of Government College, Abuja, in the presence of other teenagers in the same apartment. Confirming the adoption, the FCT Police Commissioner said a manhunt for the gunmen and efforts to rescue the student have commenced. In another development, former Deputy National Chairman of the People Democratic Party (PDP) Chief Bode George and former Minister of Transport Elizabeth Babatope yesterday expressed concerns over the argument earlier generated by the new instituted Western Nigerian Security Network, codenamed Operation Amotekun, saying the initiative should be supported as it would add value to Nigeria's internal security. In his welcome address to the senators after the Christmas and New Year break yesterday in Abuja, President of the Senate, retired, said that the present security situation in the country, the infrastructure of security has failed totally, adding that it has become imperative for the country to speedily seek solutions to fix the security problem facing the country. Lawal said the security situation in our country required serious attention and due consideration by the Senate and indeed the National Assembly. The security in the country has deteriorated and less attended less loss of life is not acceptable. We need to secure the lives and property of our citizens as enshrined in the Constitution. We all are witnesses to how our economy is also affected by the insecurity situation. Therefore, we need to speedily seek for solution to fix the security problem prevailing in our dear country. There is urgency and need for paradigm shift and refrain for the architectural and structure of the security system. Equally important the importance of the lives of the citizens should be considered and is very important to provide security for all citizens in Nigeria. In this regard, the Senate will engage the executive arm of government to discuss the implementation of recent launched National Security Strategy (NSS 2019). For a long time, major stakeholders in the security of our nation and police authority appears to achieve consensus on the necessity of introduction of community policing in the country. The Senate is going to pursue the implementation of community policing vigorously. To this end, the police authorities will be invited to brief and update the Senate on the progress made so far. He said the next 6 months will be busy and engaging period for the senators, reiterating that the long-standing Petroleum Industry Bill (BIP) PIB at closed doors session, the lawmakers resolved that aside the passage of PIB, the Senate will fast-track the amendment of the Electoral Act as well as look at the power sector to ensure that Nigerians have effective power supply. Come up with solid materials, strategies to ensure the agricultural sectors across Nigeria is kept. Lawal said, therefore, all hands must be on deck to ensure that the government achieve and provide this for the citizens. Speaking on behalf of his colleague, the House spokesman Benjamin said the security situation in the country was alarming. We will look at what pains you and pains us. There will be a couple of them this year that we will have to fix quickly. One is the security situation. Two, electricity. Three, agriculture. He added that the Ninth Assembly was going to look at various legislative integrations with regards to insecurity in the country to ensure Nigerians are safe because it is a core mandate of every government to protect the lives and property of her citizens. He said it is the responsibility of the police to take care of internal citizens, a role constitutionally given to them, the mandate to handle and to play. The recent reports we are getting shows that the police is capable of handling our internal security. We are going to use legislative intervention to support them with more and the role player within the armed force, he said. Meanwhile, gunmen yesterday adopted a 17-year-old College of Education student, government college student, and the parents of other teenagers in the same apartment. Finally, the Senate, for once in Nigeria, are sitting down to talk about insecurity in the country. Does it have to come to this before they know that Nigerians are being slaughtered in millions by the day? Not in thousands, in millions. You know how many communities have totally been displaced? You know how many people no longer have homes that they can go to? You know how many children are orphans now? You know how many wives are widows? You know how many husbands are widowers in the same country? Yet, nobody seeks to say what is going on with these people. No humanitarian relief, no caution on how we can stop this so it doesn't happen again. Nigerians, we need to wake up and know that security, they say now, is their priority in this new year. What Senate in the world starts the new year at the end of January? So how many months do they have to work in a year? Only in Nigeria, this nonsense can be condoned. Only in Nigeria, you can hear about that rubbish. Not civilized nations of the world. In the United States, in countries of the world, EU, UN, they've started work already. They started work long ago. In fact, they've even come to Nigeria to give humanitarian aid already. A lot of people are already working, but guess what? Nigerian senators will receive their salary at the end of this month, and yet they have not worked a single day in the year 2020. Today is what? The end of January 2020. This is the end. This is the first time your Senate are meeting to discuss. And thank God they mentioned Amotekun, that it was a welcome development, that they don't understand the argument that arose. They can't understand it because those that are speaking might not know, or they know, or they are pretending that they don't understand what is going on in the country. That there is an agenda for them to take over, but it will not happen in Nigeria. It might happen somewhere else, but not in Nigeria. And where is the president? What is he saying to all this? They are all just speaking out now because the international sector community have noted and have pinned Nigeria down as one of the countries of religious intolerance. They want to wipe out Christians. Kudos to Lagos State that has banned Okada riders. Because when you go to Lagos State now, you will see all the Fulani guys riding the Okada. They are just so many. They don't even obey traffic rule. They just ride, but it's an agenda to position them. So when they want to destroy the place, they just bring out their guns and they start shooting. But now that they don't have the Okada business, I will see what else they will do. Nigerians, let's wake up. Thanks very much for listening. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. We are here to update you. And don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. Thanks once again for listening. Have a lovely and a wonderful day. God bless.